Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for April 2023. Quick reminder, if you ever want to get a session with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it, and of course engagement helps this channel out a lot. So what's going on when it comes to your April? The big theme of this month is smooth shifts and rearrangements, and a lot of this has to do with a huge boost to your financial upward mobility. We've got the sun in your sign through the 20th of April, which means it's affecting all areas of your life at once. The first house is the wild card blessing, and all areas of your chart are getting lit up. The sun is all about attention, enhancement, support, and growth, which is going to be bringing you new resources, upgrades, and updates, and opportunities for advancement in all areas of your life at once. After the 20th of the month, though, the sun moves on into Taurus, which is your second house of earned income, employment, your values, and your valuables. And so all of those blessings get concentrated into your income stream. And you're going to be noticing financially you're going through, again, some powerful boosts, especially as we just go through the entirety of this month. But the best happens in the final 10 days. We've got Mercury entering Taurus, that second house of earned income, employment, values, and valuables, on the 3rd, where Mercury is going to spend quite some time, both direct and retrograde. From the 3rd through the 21st of the month, Mercury is direct here, bringing rapid developments, accelerated productivity, quick turnarounds, and moving up plans, hopes, aspirations, and all of that good stuff to faster, more quick, successful fruitions, speeding up the rate with which you are accumulating wealth. From the 21st of April through the 14th of May, Mercury is retrograde here. And so we have a big focus on reviews, reversals, rearrangements, revisions, and potential restarts going on in this area of your life. Opportunities from the past may show up, plans may go back to the drawing board, and you may even also find opportunities to make to score some old money during this period. But remember, with Mercury retrograde, reviews, reversals, rearrangements, and revisions do mean, potential headaches, potential restarts, potential retries, and rearrangements of things that maybe you thought were set in stone, but it always works out for the better. So don't be the amateur astrologer and take it personally. We've got Venus in Taurus, your second house of earned income and employment as well, through the 11th of the month. And of course, Venus is all about love, favors, popularity, affection, and gifts, deepening bonds, commitments, and bringing new enrichment to your most treasured pursuits and connections. So your most treasured pursuits and connections getting lifted up by special favors on the job, or financial gifts, financial favors, boosting your popularity in business. And then after the 11th of the month, we've got Venus moving on into Gemini, which is your third house of communications, pacts, promises, commitments, your peer group, and anything relating to your immediate community. With Venus in the third house from the 11th of the month through the very beginning of May, this is a time where you're getting hooked up. Venus in the third house is all about matchmaking opportunities, people going out of their way for you. And you may be finding that whether you are curious about love or social opportunities, or you are looking to make some kind of big splash in your community, Venus in the third house is, again, going out and getting you the hookup, whether it's matchmaking in relationships, matchmaking with your education, matchmaking with business projects, matchmaking in all regards. And so allow people to show up for you and help you out this month. We've got Mars in Cancer all month long. This is your fourth house of home and family, as well as anything relating to your roots and your home economy. Mars is all about high energy, blockbusting, and an intense rousing of activity, focusing on eliminating obstacles as well as problem elements and bringing competitive opportunities for growth. Mars in the fourth house is all about clearing away challenges that may have found a home for themselves in our home, or in our family. This can knock down walls, especially when it comes to relationships between family members as well as our closest friends, and also knock down walls between us and maybe a goal that we have for our living situation or our family. However, with Mars in the fourth house, it can also sometimes come up where conflicts, fights, arguments, or constructive clashes may need to happen. And not everyone handles intense astrology with dignity and grace. And so you might want to be ready to handle yourself, but not be afraid of these things when they come up. We've got a full moon in Libra on the 6th of April. This is your 7th house of partnerships and closest one-on-one connections. This is your boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, roommate. Again, all your closest one-on-one alliances and arrangements. And in the 2 weeks between the 6th of April and the 20th of April, this full moon is going to be closing a chapter in this part of your life, right? Culminations, transitions, and endings. A lot of you Aries people are going to find that a very involved connection, commitment, or partnership is changing lanes, changing roads, moving towards a different future. This could be a transition of status in romantic relationships. This could even end a period of being single for those of you who are looking for new love. Some of you may be orienting yourselves towards a new goal or end game in a relationship that you have, and you may also find that a full moon here is also closing up an old story in a close one-on-one connection that has been a prevalent influence in your lives until this point. Finally, we also have a new moon solar eclipse in Aries, which is occurring on the 20th of the month. So a solar eclipse, right, it's just a new moon amplified exponentially. It's nothing to be scared of, right? Don't go in for astrology drama unless you're an energy vampire, then unsubscribe from my channel. The solar eclipse new moon is all about seed planting, new beginnings, and long-term commitments, just like a regular new moon. However, it is all the stronger because it is also going to be influencing us for much longer than 2 weeks. It's going to be an influence that carries us up till the end of July. A solar eclipse new moon in your sign is all about a new lease on life for you. And a wild card new moon is all about bringing a deeply personal wish to fruition, right? Making a deeply personal wish for you come true. What is it you would like to fully immerse yourself in and commit to, and have it bear fruit, have it come forth into being completely by the time we get to July? Are you looking to move house? Are you looking to travel? Are you looking to expand on your spiritual path and practice? Are you looking to maybe get into a new relationship, expand your family, have a child, right? The sky is the limit with a new moon, especially a solar eclipse in your sign. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for April 2023. Quick reminder, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, engagement helps this channel out a lot. This month is all about smooth shifts and rearrangements. We've got a retrograde to talk about and an eclipse. So let's just get started with the base stuff first. We've got the sun in Aries through the 20th of the month. This is your 12th house of your past, privacy, hidden zone, private matters, and unfinished business. And the sun in the 12th house is bringing that focus of attention, enhancement, support, and growth, bringing you new resources, upgrades, updates, and opportunities for advancement with something old or something that's been kept small. This is also a time where a lot of the astrological focus is on resurrection, bringing things back to life for you, infusing new life into things that either became stagnant or maybe fell by the wayside once upon a time in your life. So see what is coming back to life. After the 20th of the month, the sun moves on into your sign, giving you the wildcard blessing of the sun, which kind of lights up all areas of your life at once, right? Attention, enhancement, support, and growth means that you're going to be finding that your whole world is getting rearranged atmospherically and environmentally, but in such a way where those new resources, updates, and upgrades and opportunities for advancement are going to be plentiful in all corners of your world at the same time. And this is also going to be something we feel on into May. We've got Mercury in your sign as of the 3rd of the month. And from the 3rd through the 21st, Mercury is direct here. He's going to go retrograde as we get to the 21st, but hang on, we'll get there. Mercury direct in your sign gives you the wild card blessings of Mercury, right? Rapid developments, accelerated productivity, quick turnarounds, moving up plans, hopes, aspirations, and all of that good stuff to faster, successful fruitions. So what is it in your life that has been going slowly? What would you like to speed up? Mercury in your sign is giving you essentially a bottomless espresso machine that you can use to caffeinate anything in your life that has fallen asleep or is taking too long to complete itself or taking too long to grow. Whether it's a business project, a relationship, something that you're trying to do with your health, maybe a move of some kind. Remember, it's in your sign, so you can have this work however you want, and it will be going to work on all areas of your life at once. After the 21st, Mercury is retrograde here through the 14th of May and brings a big focus on reviews, reversals, rearrangements, revisions, and potential restarts into your world. Reversals, rearrangements, and revisions are going to be happening with matters that are going back at least a year, potentially two, with projects or pursuits that have not been getting off the ground very well or were perhaps implemented incorrectly. Whether they were incorrectly implemented by you or by other people, maybe all of the above. The good news is these reversals as well will also allow you to reverse things that came forth into being or got started that either never should have got started or ended up going pear-shaped at some point in time. There may be some headaches every once in a while because rearrangements and revisions can sometimes frustrate people, but remember, don't take it personally like an amateur astrologer. This is something that's working for you. We've got Venus in your sign through the 11th of the month. And Venus, of course, is bringing the wild card blessing to you this first half of the month, focusing on love, favors, popularity, affection, and gifts. And all of your best friendships or all of your most supportive alliances, associations, connections, your whole network is getting blessed with deepened bonds, commitments, and new enrichment to your most treasured pursuits and connections. People are really starting to get tighter with you, and this is going to be affecting you in both your platonic support system and in your romantic life and in your family life all at the same time, and you're going to be a bit of a love magnet for the first half of this month. After the 11th, Mercury moves on and goes on into Gemini, which is your second house of earned income, employment, your values, and your valuables. And this is where all of this good stuff is getting very highly focused into your financial area. So you're going to be noticing that gifts and affection and popularity and favors are going to be cropping up all over on the job, in business, with your financial accounts and all of your dealings here. You may be finding that it's easier for you to accumulate more wealth, but also get lifted up by the people that you work with the most. This includes clients because you're going to be kind of on, your name's going to be on everybody's lips as we go through the back half of April. And this is also a time where special favors may be done for you on the job overtly and behind the scenes. And again, this is going to be also going on into May. We've got Mars in Cancer all month long. This is your third house of communications, pacts, promises, commitments, your peer group, anything relating to your immediate community. And with Mars in the third house, this is going to be a time where people are helping you fight battles and overcome obstacles, as well as eliminate a lot of old contracts, old agreements, and old commitments that have kept you bound, kept you stuck, or kept you stagnant in some way, whether they were things you started yourself or they were things that were imposed on you by other people. This is a time of high energy, blockbusting, and there's going to be an intense rousing of activity, which is focusing on eliminating obstacles, problem elements, and also bringing you opportunities for growth. But there may also be some scuffles, especially as we go through this period, right? Because you might be looking to be breaking free, you might be looking to rearrange everything, but people who may feel like they were benefiting from such binding contracts and commitments or got overly attached may not necessarily handle this very well. The advantage is on your side, but, there may be some reactivity on the other side. We have a full moon in Libra on April 6th, and this is your 6th house of work, reputation, your schedule, as well as the services that you offer and who you are serving with your work, as well as your team, who you're serving with. And with the full moon bringing culminations, transitions, and endings to this part of your chart, in the 2-week period from the 6th through the 20th, a lot of you Taurus people are going to be noticing you are getting a chance to kind of transfer yourself, move yourself from a space in your business world or your business community to a place where you are doing better, right? You're kind of wiggling out of a space that maybe hit a glass ceiling. You're getting a chance to maybe work with better business, whether better business in your case means working with a better team arrangement, or maybe working with clients that are going to be a better connection for you, or maybe just an easier workload for you. And you may also find that this is a time where you get to change your reputation, how you are viewed in your working community, as well as the community at large. Finally, we also have a new moon solar eclipse taking place in Aries on April 20th. And a solar eclipse is basically a new moon exponentially amplified. So the themes are the same, just way more high-powered. So themes of the new moon, we're talking all about seed planting, new beginnings, and long-term commitments. In the 12th house, this is all about bringing something back to life, right? The 12th house, your past, privacy, hidden zone, unfinished business, things going on behind the scenes. And a solar eclipse could be bringing something back to life from long ago in your world, something that you maybe turned aside from, something that you had to give up as a practical compromise, or something that you once lost. Solar eclipses are nothing to be afraid of. They are all about new beginnings and new long-term commitments, right? So no astrology drama here. And if you like it because you're just into that kind of energy, unsubscribe. Because this is actually something that's going to be highly beneficial for everyone, and we don't need it tainted. And this is going to be much longer in terms of its influence over you, much longer than a 2-week window period like a normal new moon. This is something that's going to be with us all the way up through the end of July. So that is what I've got for you, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for April 2023. Just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a session with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, engagement helps this channel out a lot. So what's going on when it comes to your April? April is all about smooth shifts and rearrangements. We've got a solar eclipse to talk about. We've got a Mercury retrograde to talk about. But all in all, it is actually a very, very good month. And you'll see what I mean here as we proceed. We've got the sun in Aries through the 20th of the month. This is your 11th house of friendships, social networking, your platonic support system, as well as your loftiest goals, ambitions, and aspirations. And through the 20th of the month, the sun is bringing that focus of attention, enhancement, support, and growth to this area of your life, bringing you new resources, upgrades, updates, and opportunities for advancement through your friendship circles, right? You're going to want to be ready to to mingle, to be more socially available during this time. Count on hookups to show up, whether it's for business or for pleasure. This is also a time where a lot of you are going to be getting quite popular and amassing a new sense of community and support system around yourself. And this is a time where you want to be ready because a lot of these upgrades, updates, and opportunities for advancement will also be moving forward some kind of goal or aspiration that you have for this lifetime to be able to be realized ahead of schedule. After the 20th of the month, we've got the sun moving on into Taurus, your 12th house of your past, privacy, your hidden zone, anything to do with unfinished or old business and things going on behind the scenes. With the sun in the 12th house, there is a big focus on revival, resurrection, attention enhancement, and support going to things that maybe you've not been able to give your own attention and energy to. Upgrades and updates and opportunities for advancement, potentially bringing things back to life for you as it relates to things that you wish you could invest in or things you wish you could reintroduce into your world. And so be prepared to take a trip down memory lane as well as we close up the month. We've got Mercury in this 12th house of your past, privacy, and hidden zone from the 3rd of April, pretty much all the way up until we go through the majority of May. And Mercury is direct in this part of your chart from the 3rd of April through the 21st of April. Mercury is all about rapid developments, accelerated productivity, quick turnarounds, moving up plans, hopes and aspirations. And what happens with Mercury in the 12th house is that you're going to be finding out about secret opportunities that are maybe getting taken care of for you by other people. Mercury in the 12th house could be speeding up developments with something that you've been working on solo because of some secret help or maybe some rearrangements going on behind the scenes, whether it's out about town or at the office. And you're also going to be opening up old lines of communication, getting closer with old friends and old allies that could be of enormous assistance to you in the present. After the 21st, we've got Mercury retrograde here, which is going to be a big theme from April 21st through the 14th of May. Mercury retrograde in your 12th house is bringing that focus of reviews, reversals, rearrangements, revisions, and potential restarts to this area of your life, kind of building on that resurrection theme that we talked about with the sun. However, with Mercury retrograde, you're going to be finding out about all kinds of advantageous secrets and shortcuts that you can totally work with, that you'll be able to put to good use. However, be careful with Mercury retrograde in the 12th house, because you may also find you become a bit more loose-lipped, and you want to make sure that you are not betraying your own or anybody else's confidence, because you are going to be receiving a lot of secrets, and not everything is meant to go public. We've got Venus in this part of your chart, in this 12th house through the 11th of April, bringing the focus of love, favors, popularity, affection, and gifts to your 12th house of your past. And a lot of you are going to be finding that it's through taking that trip down memory lane with a partner or with yourself that you're going to be deepening bonds, commitments, and bringing new enrichment to your most treasured connections during this month, especially the first half. A lot of you who are in relationships or are married are going to be finding that you're getting a chance to reconnect with old love languages, old pastimes, and old intimate activities to reignite an old fire. And for those of you who are available to new people, it could be through somebody that you know from your past, or possibly even somebody from your past that maybe you didn't have a relationship with. You know, it could have been an old coworker, somebody from the old neighborhood, or somebody that is connected to somebody that you know, that a secret opportunity for love could get underway. After the 11th of the month, we've got Venus moving on into your sign, Gemini, and will be here from the 11th of April on into the beginning of May. With Venus in your sign, you're getting the wild card blessings of Venus. Whenever a planet is in our sign, it tends to divide itself and hit all areas of our life at once. So that focus of love, favors, popularity, affection, and gifts is going to be blessing multiple corners of your your world. And you're going to be finding that this is gussying everything up, raising the standards, and bringing, again, that new enrichment to your most treasured pursuits and connections at work, at home, in love, in school, in your spiritual path and practice. Whatever it is you would like to enrich is going to be getting that enhancement from Venus, especially in the back half of this month. We've got Mars in Cancer all month long. This is your second house of earned income, employment, your values, and your valuables. And Mars in the second house is a time where we are really rolling in it financially, because Mars in the second house always brings opportunities for overtime, extra work, extra projects, and a lot of extra money. Mars is all about high energy, blockbusting, and an intense rousing of activity, eliminating obstacles, problem elements, and bringing competitive opportunities for growth. You will be breaking a lot of glass ceilings this month, but be mindful with Mars in the second house as well. It could also be a time where that intense rousing of activity could create some conflicts with people that do not handle intense energy like this with dignity. So, mind yourself and make sure you do. We have a full moon in Libra on the 6th of the month. This is in your fifth house of romance, pleasure, creativity, recreation, as well as parenthood, your relationships with your kids. And with a full moon, right, we're focusing on culminations, transitions, and endings. And in the 2-week window period from the 6th of the month through the 20th of April, you've got an opportunity to get rid of some kind of block or some kind of shadow or some kind of stuckness that has been going on in this part of your life. Has something been maybe standing in the way of a deeper intimacy with a romantic partner or a partner-to-be or a person of interest? Is there something going on where maybe there is a block to having the ideal relationship with one of your kids, and we are getting a chance to finally lift that out so we can work on bonding in a stronger way. There could also be the removal of a block to a creative pursuit or something that you would like to monetize or publish or get more committed to. And so make sure that you allow yourself to see what needs to go for this to flow. We also have a solar eclipse, new moon, this month, and that's taking place on the 20th of April in Aries, in that 11th house of friendships and social networking, that platonic support system, the guys, the girls, as well as your loftiest goals and ambitions for this lifetime. Now, a solar eclipse new moon is nothing to be afraid of, right? No astrology drama allowed when there's really nothing to be afraid of. Unless you're an energy vampire, then unsubscribe. The solar eclipse is just all about seed planting, new beginnings, and long-term commitments that will be getting underway and cemented in the 90 days following the 20th of April. So this is going to be something that's with us all the way up through the end of July. A solar eclipse in your 11th house is all about something bringing forth into being the physicalization or the manifestation of a big goal or aspiration that you have that you've not had the opportunity to fully embark upon, enjoy, invest in, or even treat yourself to. And because it's happening in the 11th house, this may also be happening with a friend, a close ally, a BFF, or maybe because of a community effort that is bringing this forth into being for you. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for April 2023. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, engagement helps this channel out a lot. This month is all about smooth shifts and rearrangements. We've got a solar eclipse to talk about. We've got a retrograde to talk about. But all in all, for everybody, it's a really damn good month. And so let's get started. So we start off with the sun in Aries through the 20th of the month. This is your 10th house of career, upward mobility, your status, your station, promotions, and prominence. And with the sun bringing that focus of attention, enhancement, support, and growth here, you're going to be noticing that you are rising through the ranks. New resources, upgrades, updates, and opportunities for advancement and raises, again, promotions in general, are going to be plentiful for you throughout the course of this month, and you're going to be getting a lot more value to what you bring to the office, to the workforce, or to your market, right? The mark you are making on your world. After the 20th of the month, the sun moves on into Taurus, your 11th house of friendships and social networking, your platonic support system, the guys, the girls, your fellows, as well as anything relating to your loftiest goals and ambitions. And with the sun here, that focus on attention, enhancement, and support, and new resources and upgrades and updates, it's going to be kind of going double time on making a dream or an aspiration that you have for this lifetime come true through your social circle. Be ready to mingle, be ready to be more socially available and engaged, because this is also a time where we are tightening bonds and creating stronger friendships with those that are true blue, as well as attracting more true blue allies to our circle. And this is going to be something that's also a big theme of May. We've got Mercury entering Taurus on the 3rd of April, and Mercury's going to be in Taurus for quite some time. He's going to be direct here from the 3rd of April through the 21st of April, and then from the 21st of April through the 14th of May, Mercury's retrograde here. Now, Mercury direct and retrograde in the 11th house of friendships and social networking is easy breezy, to be honest. It's one of the best places to have a Mercury retrograde. But let's talk about Mercury direct first. So Mercury direct in your 11th house is all about rapid developments, accelerated productivity, quick turnarounds, and moving up plans, hopes, and aspirations to faster and more successful fruitions. And that's exactly what's going to be going on from the 3rd of this month through the 21st of this month. And you're going to be noticing a lot of your friends and your allies speeding things up, even where you may have been going too slowly when it comes to your overall productivity, whether it's for business, whether it's for pleasure, whatever you are working on, people are really showing up for you. This is also a time where you are getting a chance to broadcast or promote something that you would like to see get more awareness and more support from your general community. After the 21st of the month, Mercury is retrograde here, bringing a focus on reviews, reversals, rearrangements, revisions, and potential restarts involving this area of your life. And like I said, this is one of the best places to have Mercury retrograde because it becomes a very nostalgic time. There's a focus on reunions and reconnects going on, reconnections with old friends, old buddies, and even taking a few walks through yesteryear. This is also a time where old dreams, old talents, and old aspirations that you maybe had in the past start to come back to you, as well as the tools to make them so. And this is not just for April. Again, this is from the 21st of April through the 14th of May. We've got Venus in this 11th house of friendships and social networking through the 11th of the month. And Venus is the planet of love, favors, popularity, affection, gifts, and deepening bonds. And what happens with Venus in the 11th house is that your love life becomes a lot more socially active, socially engaged, and socially supported, right? We get that sense of village around ourselves and our partnerships. If you are committed or married or in a long-term relationship, you're going to be finding a lot more adventure, a lot more enjoyment, and a lot more social spices of life starting to come in and get you and your relationship maybe out of a rut. You're going to be finding there's a lot more adventures to go on during this time. And it's very likely for a lot of you who are maybe single or are available to new people that you will be finding love through your friendship circles or a friendship circle you're a part of, whether it's somebody kind of hooking you up, putting you in the same place at the same time, or possibly even exploring a budding chemistry with somebody in one of these social circles. After the 11th, we've got Venus moving on into Gemini and will be there through the beginning of May. This is your 12th house of your past, privacy, and hidden zone, anything relating to unfinished business or maybe secrets, things going on behind the scenes. And with Venus here, there's going to be an opportunity for a lot of you who are coupled or are married or currently committed to bring new enrichment to your romantic relationship by taking a trip through yesteryear, bringing back old love languages, old intimate expressions, maybe even bringing something back as a goal that you've had for the relationship, the marriage, or the family that we may have strayed away from or moved away from once upon a time. For those of you who are single or available to new people, some of you may be finding that you are connected to somebody new through somebody from your past. This could be an old friend, a very old friend, somebody from an old stomping ground, or perhaps some of you may find that you are getting a chance to maybe secretly court or be secretly courted with regards to somebody from a friendship circle or through a friendship circle, and we might be just doing something a little bit discreet until we get into May, right? Because we don't need the whole neighborhood or the whole office knowing what's going on right out the gate. We've got Mars in Cancer all month long, and this is your sign, right? So you get the wild card blessings of Mars hitting all areas of your life at once. Mars is bringing high energy, block busting, and an intense rousing of activity, eliminating obstacles, problem elements, and bringing competitive opportunities for growth everywhere in your world. So this is about breaking glass ceilings, getting out of, situations where you've been burdened or made to feel stuck. However, with Mars in the first house as well, you want to be mindful that this may also force you to face things that you have tried to be patient with, that you've been afraid to face. So if you've been conflict avoidant in any way, Mars is going to challenge you to toughen up and be a bit braver so that we can make the most of this transit. We've got a full moon in Libra on April 6th. This is your 4th house of home and family, the domicile, your roots, anything relating to your home economy. And a lot of you Cancerian people may be finding that it's an opportunity to get on the move. For those of you who've been house hunting, whether you're planning something for this year or you've been planning something for a little bit later, a full moon here can give you an opportunity to finally set that intention, maybe isolate where you want to go. If you have been house hunting already and you want to do it soon, like this month or in May, this full moon is going to show you exactly where you're going to end up and help you get there. This is also a time where we are closing up old business as it relates to family or the household economy, culminations, transitions, and endings, right? Kind of cleaning out family or household shadows. Be mindful, with a full moon, it's great for clearing out a family curse or old, unfinished, unpleasant family business, but not everyone knows how to handle intense astrology with dignity. And so you want to be ready, because between the 6th and the 20th of the month, some family squabbles can kind of get dredged up. We've also got, of course, finally to talk about our new moon solar eclipse in Aries on the 20th. And a solar eclipse is nothing to be afraid of, right? A solar eclipse is just a new moon exponentially amplified, which is all about seed plantings, new beginnings, and new long-term commitments. So no astrology drama around the notion of a solar eclipse new moon, right? That's just for energy vampires who should unsubscribe. A solar eclipse in your 10th house of career and upward mobility is all about a huge jump in terms of your earning power, your status, your title. A lot of you are going to be finding that between the 20th of April and the end of July, you are hitting a very cool pace when it comes to being able to ascend to a higher level on the job, in your career, with your business, and you are going to be quite flush with cash. And this is a time where you want to be ready, because this is also changing the landscape of your business, of your field, or of your market in a way where it is so much more supportive and lucrative for you. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for April 2023. Quick reminder, if you ever want to get a session with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it, and of course, engagement helps this channel out a lot. So April is all about smooth shifts and rearrangements. We've got a solar eclipse to talk about, and we've also got a retrograde to talk about. So let's just get started. We start off with the sun in Aries, your ninth house of higher education, government legal proceedings, travel, culture, your reach, your spiritual path and practice, and your territory through the 20th of the month. And this is bringing the focus of attention, enhancement, support, and growth, bringing new resources, upgrades, updates, and opportunities for advancement through all of these circles of your life. This is a time where a lot of you Leo people are getting a bit of a 15 minutes of fame kind of moment, especially when it comes to putting yourself out there. If you are looking to travel, make connections abroad, or you are looking to popularize or market something, or give something a big growth boost, this is absolutely your month. After the 20th of the month, the sun moves on into Taurus, your 10th house of career, upward mobility, your status, your station, as well as promotions and raises, and everything is just going swimmingly for you when it comes to all things financial and professional. Because the sun here, bringing those new resources, updates, and upgrades, is completely transforming the atmosphere and the environment of all of your workspaces, your market, and your business. You're going to be getting more value back from what you bring to your own business world, and you are going to find that you are getting put to the head of the line when it comes to transfer, promotion, and new job opportunities, and so be ready for a jump in stature. And this is also something that's going to be with you into May. We've got Mercury in Taurus on April 3rd, or as of April 3rd, and Mercury's going to be spending a long time in Taurus. This is that 10th house of upward mobility, promotion, stature, and raises as well. We've got Mercury direct here from the 3rd through the 21st, retrograde here from the 21st of April through the 14th of May, and so we've got kind of a dual experience going on. From the 3rd through the 21st, Mercury is direct, bringing that focus on rapid developments, accelerated productivity, quick turnarounds, and moving up plans, hopes, and aspirations for more successful fruition, or faster fruition, I should say, as well. Mercury is speeding up the rate with which you are accumulating wealth, as well as speeding up big growth opportunities that were slated to maybe happen or get underway towards the end of the year. So be prepared for some fast lane shifts in your favor. However, from the 21st of April through May 14th, Mercury is retrograde here, which brings about a time of reviews, reversals, rearrangements, revisions, and potential restarts in this area of your life. These could be restarts to projects, restarts to work paths, restarts to business alliances and arrangements of that sort. But what's happening with Mercury retrograde in the 12th house is we are getting a chance to get back in touch with something old, or something that was maybe much more preferable to you or the people that you're working with. This is also going to be bringing opportunities back from the past that maybe you missed or were passed over for, but reversals and rearrangements and revisions do also mean big shifts to current plans that you may have cooked up over the course of this last year. And so you want to keep an open mind with what needs to be revised or rearranged, and be careful who might take these things personally. Remember, not everyone handles astrology with dignity. We've got Venus in Taurus through the 11th of the month, and this is that 10th house of career and upward mobility as well. Venus bringing in love, favors, popularity, affection, and gifts. And you're going to be finding that you are getting pampered in your market, in your office, in your business. This is also a time where special favors or gifts from other people are going to be bringing new enrichment to your most treasured pursuits and connections professionally, which will also be lifting you up and hooking you up in all kinds of cool ways. After the 11th of the month, We've got Venus moving on into your 11th house of friendships and social networking, Gemini, where Venus will be through the duration of April and on into the beginning of May. So your 11th house, again, it's the guys, the girls, your support system, your community, as well as your loftiest goals and ambitions. And with Venus going to work here, you're going to be finding that your love life is becoming a lot more socially active and socially adventurous. If you are married or you're coupled, this is going to be a time where your entire relationship is getting a whole new sense of village, a whole new support system around itself. Going to be mingling a lot more sparks of inspiration and intellectual stimulation coming in here. And we are amassing a whole new support system for our relationship, our marriage, our family. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, after the 11th of April, it may be that you are exploring a budding chemistry with somebody in one of your friendship circles, or it could be that you are hooked up with a promising new love opportunity through a circle that you are connected to. We've got Mars in Cancer all month long. This is your 12th house of your past, privacy, and hidden zone, things going on behind the scenes, old and unfinished business. Mars in the 12th house brings that focus of high energy, blockbusting, and that intense rousing of activity here to eliminate obstacles, problems, and maybe even bring competitive opportunities for growth for you, but it's going to make you face things that you've not been looking at that have stuck with you from the past, right? Is there maybe some unfinished business, or are we perhaps turning a blind eye to a shadow or an uncomplimentary addition or association in our lives? Are there maybe some things that don't seem to just go away and stay away as it relates to this part of your life? Luckily, Mars is going to also be bringing back help from your past, champions to your cause, and good friends and allies from your past to help you also put these things to rest. We also have a full moon in Libra on April 6th. This is your third house of community, communications, pacts, promises, commitments, and your peer group. And a full moon is all about culminations, transitions, and endings. So with a full moon in the third house, we see a contract, a commitment, or a binding agreement get clipped, get cleared, get eliminated, overridden, and overwritten. And this can be a jailbreak kind of experience for you. In the 2-week period between the 6th of April and the 20th of April, you're going to be getting out of some kind of binding agreement or binding commitment that has kept you stuck or attached to a situation that you need to move on from. We also have, of course, our solar eclipse new moon taking place in Aries on April 20th. Solar eclipses are all about new beginnings, seed planting, and new long-term commitments, right? It's just a new moon that is exponentially amplified. There's really no drama or anything to be afraid of when it comes to a solar eclipse, right? No astrology drama here. Take it elsewhere, unsubscribe if that's what you're here for. But a solar eclipse in your 9th house of higher education, government legal proceedings, travel, culture, your spiritual path and practice, and your reach is exponentially amplifying that experience of being able to get out of your box, get out of your bubble, whether it's with a personal project, your business, or yourself. That feeling of being able to have the world as your oyster. A lot of you are going to be finding with the solar eclipse in the 9th house, there is going to be a point where you are getting a chance to get yourself out there. And from the end of April through the end of July, you're going to have kind of a jet set lifestyle. This could literally mean a lot of travel happening between now and then for a lot of you, getting that all planned and set and good to go. A lot of you may also find that this is going to be giving life to a personal project, a spiritual pursuit, or a private business that you've been thinking about going into, but haven't been able to get off the ground. But things seem to be going quite nicely following the 20th. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for April 2023. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a session with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it, and of course, engagement helps this channel out a lot. So what's going on when it comes to April? April is all about smooth shifts and rearrangements. We've got a solar eclipse in Aries to talk about, and of course we've also got Mercury retrograde to talk about this month. But let's start off with the sun in Aries through the 20th. The sun is moving through your 8th house of shared resources, passive income, intimacy, self-employment earnings, and anything that you may share as far as interests or resources with other people. With the sun in your 8th house, bringing that focus on attention, enhancement, support, and growth, you're going to be noticing that you are getting a chance to supplement your income in very big, lasting ways. Because the sun is all about bringing in new resources, upgrades, and updates, and opportunities for advancement. If you have your own business, or you are making money through a side hustle or a big investment, you may be noticing you are getting more value from these things during this time, and you're going to be also earning a lot more money through any kind of extra income avenues outside of a salary or hourly income. And this is going to, again, set the pace for a much more comfortable 2023 for you. This is also a time where you may be finding out about some good news about a business partner or a romantic partner's income. They may be hitting a really good stride as far as their professional or financial standing is concerned, and that is, of course, also going to be shared with you. After the 20th of the month, we've got the sun moving on into Taurus, which is your 9th house of higher education, government legal proceedings, travel, culture, your spiritual path and practice, your reach, and your territory. And this is the transit of the 15 minutes of fame. And of course, you can make it last longer than 15 minutes, but what happens, from the end of April going up through about week 3 of May is that you are starting to find you are getting quite popular. Things are getting quite big, quite not only entertaining, but also pulling you out of your box, pulling you out of your bubble. This is also a time where you are getting a chance to promote yourself or something that you've created, opening up the whole world for you, getting ready for travel opportunities, and making some powerful connections online and abroad. We've got Mercury in this area of your life from the 3rd of April all the way up into the back half of May. Mercury is spending an extended period here because Mercury is going retrograde. However, Mercury is direct in this part of your chart from the 3rd of April through the 21st of April, and that's what we're going to talk about first. Mercury, of course, is all about rapid developments, accelerated productivity, quick turnarounds, moving up plans, hopes, and aspirations to faster, successful fruitions. And in the 9th house, Mercury is speeding up the promotion of you in terms of awareness of you, giving you an opportunity to not only, again, enjoy that 15 minutes of fame, but get you out there, get you moving about, get you into a space where joint projects, joint ventures, anything where you want more hands on deck, you are going to be able to speed up in terms of its yield and its reward. This is also a time where a lot of you are going to find that old contracts, old agreements, or old partnerships, especially business partnerships themselves, are going to be speeding up in terms of their productivity and also start to wrap up long journeys that may be taking place with any of these areas in your life and producing a very big reward. After the 21st, we've got Mercury retrograde in this part of your chart through the 14th. And with Mercury retrograde in this part of your chart, there's a focus on reviews, reversals, rearrangements, revisions, and potential restarts to this area in your life. And big projects or big excursions could be coming back around. This is the time to think about what you maybe did once in the past that was before its time, that is ready to come forward for a better debut. This is also a time where old contacts that you may have abroad, online, or maybe old projects or old dreams that you had are more viable. You know, you can work more closely with them. Mercury retrograde in the ninth house, however, is going to, of course, bring a bit of textbook Mercury retrograde here for you. Be careful when it comes to travel. Make sure you are double checking everything, dotting your I's and crossing your T's when it comes to contracts and any kind of long-term promises you're making. You know, double check everything about these situations and you'll be just fine. Mercury retrograde is also going to give you a chance to renegotiate things that maybe you have entered into as far as binding agreements are concerned, either to make them more fair for you or to even get yourself out of them. We've got Venus in this part of your chart through the 11th of the month, and your love life is becoming a lot more wild, a lot more experimental, and also giving you a chance to go to new places with your partner, whether this is literally go to new places or figuratively. Because Venus is all about love, favors, popularity, affection, and gifts. When we have Venus in the ninth house, we go through a bit of an exotic period, really kind of test the boundaries and really give ourselves a chance to get out of our comfort zones together. For those of you who are single or available to new people, it may be that you meet somebody through a spiritual circle or somebody from a background or a class that is different from yours, right? There is a touch of the exotic, a touch of the foreign going on here, but you are still extremely compatible, but it may be a type that you've not had a lot of experience with. And this is going to be pulling everybody all the closer because with everyone out of their comfort zones, we've also got people being a lot more authentic. After the 11th of the month, we've got Venus moving on into Gemini, your 10th house of career, upward mobility, your status, your station, promotions, raises, all of that good stuff. And from the 11th onward, Venus is bringing new enrichment to your most treasured pursuits and connections here. And so you may be finding that you are getting lifted up by your colleagues, getting lifted up by your bosses or anyone of influence in your field, in your market, at your office. Promotions abound absolutely here, and even going on into May. And you're going to find that it's also easier for you to drum up more cash without a whole lot of more work. We've got Mars in Cancer all month long, your 11th house of friendships and social networking, your platonic support system, as well as your loftiest goals and personal ambitions. And with Mars in your 11th house bringing high energy, blockbusting, and that intense rousing of activity, you're going to be finding that your whole social support system is going through a bit of a review, because Mars brings closer the true blue, the best of friends, right? The ones that have already proven themselves, or new friends that are also going to be very tight with you. Mars does not like superficial associations or two-faced people. That being said, Mars in the 11th house will, while bringing closer the true, again, kindred spirits among your friends and your associates, Mars will also be driving out people that don't belong there, people that are fake, people who are superficial, people who are just personas but nothing on the inside. And you may be finding that it's kind of a mixed bag with this transit. However, we are also seeing a big focus on eliminating obstacles in order for you to actually gain some competitive opportunities for yourself as well through your friendship circle and this shift in your community. We've got a full moon in Libra on April 6th. This is all about culminations, transitions, and endings, and this is taking place in your second house of earned income, employment, your values, and your valuables. And in the 2 weeks following April 6th, a lot of you Virgo people may be getting a chance to walk away from some kind of professional or financial attachment, obligation, or commitment that you no longer want to maintain. Some of you may be finding a job worth quitting for. Some of you may be cutting off some kind of leak or drain to your finances. Some of you may be getting out from under some kind of burden or block. But what happens with the full moon here is that we are also turning a big page when it comes to your earning power and your earning potential. We also have, of course, then our solar eclipse on April 20th, taking place in Aries in your 8th house of shared resources, passive income, intimacy, self-employment earnings, and interests and resources you share with other people. Now, a solar eclipse is basically just a new moon exponentially amplified. It's all about seed planting, new beginnings, and new long-term commitments. There's nothing to be afraid of with a solar eclipse new moon, right? Any astrology drama that's cooked up around it is just for energy vampires who need to feel that kind of intensity all the time. I don't do that. If you came for it, you're going to unsubscribe soon. You probably should. A solar eclipse new moon in the 8th house is all about a brand new income stream getting cemented and starting to create a huge amount of new wealth, new abundance, happiness, and security for you and your home. This could be a time where a lot of you do go into business for yourselves, or you may be finding that you are hitting it big through some kind of income stream or financial opportunity outside of your regular salary or hourly income. A partner or a business partner may also be coming into new wealth themselves, much like we saw with the sun, and a lot of these payoffs and payouts are going to be really flowing in a bit of a rush between the end of April and the end of July. So a lot of Virgos hitting it quite nicely and living quite pretty by the time we get to, again, the end of July. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for April 2023. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a session with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, engagement helps this channel out a lot. And let's get started. What's going on with your April? Well, April's big theme is all about smooth shifts and rearrangements. We've got a solar eclipse to talk about, and we've also, of course, got Mercury retrograde to talk about. But everything still seems to be quite chill. We've got the sun in Aries through the 20th of the month. This is your 7th house of partnerships, your closest one-on-one connections. That's your boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, roommate, all the people you have your closest one-on-one arrangements and involvements with. And this is going to be bringing in that focus of attention, enhancement, support, and growth to all of these close one-on-one connections in your life, as well as attracting people who want to establish those connections, whether they are for business or for pleasure or for whatever, it does not matter. The sun in your 7th house is all about new resources, upgrades, and updates, also changing the quality of life around these relationships, making everything more comfortable, more productive, and even giving opportunities for advancement into new kinds of comfort or new levels of achievement and enterprise in both business partnerships and in personal partnerships. And so you're going to be having a lot of fun here and bringing a lot more enjoyment, a lot more productivity to all of your partnerships, and, you know, even drawing in new partners for that productivity as well. After the 20th of the month, we've got the sun entering Taurus, which is your 8th house of shared resources, passive income, as well as intimacy, your self-employment earnings, and anything relating to interests and finances that you might share with other people. And we're going to be talking about this part of your chart a lot this month, so I might not say that mouthful over and over again. However, with the sun here from the 20th of April on into week 3 of May, you're going to be finding that those new resources, upgrades, updates, and opportunities for advancement are hitting your wallet and your bank account. And you may be finding that a lot of your personal business or a lot of your maybe side projects or even things that you are accumulating wealth through, such as sales, commissions, tips, anything that could have to do with a bonus program or an incentive program, are all starting to hit it big. And you are also going to find that this is going to be increasing the value back, or the profits that you get back through these income avenues as well. We've got Mercury in this part of your chart from the 3rd of April all the way on up into May. Mercury is going to be spending a lot of time here direct the 3rd through the 21st, retrograde from the 21st of April through the 14th of May. And when Mercury is direct here, right, the 3rd through the 21st of the month, we've got rapid developments, accelerated productivity, quick turnarounds, moving up plans, hopes, and aspirations to successful fruitions, speeding up the rate with which you are getting paid out through all of these spaces. And you may also be hearing about some fast growth spurts going on with a business partner or with a spouse or a romantic partner as far as them doing very well this month. And this is also a time where Mercury is helping you to clear any kind of old financial business that could be draining you. After the 21st of the month, Mercury is retrograde, and Mercury retrograde in the 8th house is one of the better places to have Mercury retrograde. If you're going to have it at all, you want it in either houses 8 or house 11. In this case for you, it's house 8, and we're good to go. Mercury retrograde is all about reviews, reversals, rearrangements, and revisions, and potential restarts in this area of your life. When Mercury retrograde is in the 8th house, this is all about putting all things back where they belong and getting them away from spaces where they don't belong. And so you may be finding that you are also having a pay me now kind of experience or a pay me now spell cast on you. And you may be finding that a lot of money, a lot of opportunities and resources that do belong to you that have perhaps been elsewheres, tied up with other people or other situations, is finally getting delivered back to you. You may also find that with Mercury retrograde here, anything that you have accumulated or has been maybe put upon you or ended up in your space that does not belong to you is also going back to where it belongs. We've got Venus in Taurus, this same area through the 11th of the month. And when we have Venus in the 8th house, the focus is on intimacy, on the erotic, and on the wild. And there's a bit more of a passion focus going on here the first week and a half or so of April. And a lot of you are going to find that the planet of love, favors, popularity, and affection is getting everybody to let their hair down. There's a new sense of intimacy and vulnerability in all partnerships. And for those of you who are single or available to new people, we're going to be drawing in people that are ready for that kind of experience. After the 11th of the month, we've got Venus moving on into Gemini, which is your 9th house of higher education, government legal proceedings, travel, culture, your spiritual path and practice, your reach, and your territory. And with Venus in the 9th house, this is about getting you out of your box. This is about getting you out of your comfort zone and your bubble. And your love life as well. Things are becoming a lot more adventurous, a lot more exotic, a lot more experimental. And you may be finding that you and a partner, or maybe somebody new who comes up through this, are starting to tread foreign territory. In fact, a lot of you who are single or available to new people may be finding that you are meeting somebody that is from a background very different from yours. And for those of you who are coupled, maybe noticing a partner going through a bit of an erotic, exotic, or spiritual awakening during this time. We've got Mars in Cancer all month long, and this is going to be your 10th house of career, upward mobility, status, station, promotions, anything where you are moving on up, including raises. Now with Mars in the 10th house, we are seeing that high energy, blockbusting, and intense rousing of activity go to work on eliminating obstacles, problem elements, and bringing competitive opportunities for growth to you. You may be finding that competitors, rivals, or just hostile influences in the workplace are starting to get flushed out. You are also breaking a lot of barriers and a lot of glass ceilings, and Mars is also going to be bringing in a lot of money very, very quickly to you, but you may be burning the candle at both ends because competitive opportunities could mean big, time-consuming projects, extra overtime, things that you might have to take home. It will be worth it, however, so see what you can do and make sure you can capitalize on this. Mars in the 10th house, though, can also create some conflicts in the workplace, especially in rivalries potentially getting personal, or maybe some conflicts of interest getting stirred up. Remember, it's about solving these problems, not tolerating these problems. So see what you can do to make the most of it. We've got a full moon in your sign taking place on the 6th of the month. And this is all about culminations, transitions, and endings. And what happens with a full moon in in your sign is that you're getting a wild card blessing here. This is all about you getting a chance to eliminate something from your life that you do not want to carry through the second half of your personal year, right? We're halfway through on the way to your next birthday. What is it you would like to drop? Are you looking to maybe quit something, get rid of an attachment, get rid of a problem or an obligation? Are you looking to move? Are you looking to cut something out of your life that's been, draining you financially, socially, whatever? Is there something that you want to bring to an end? Between the 6th of April and the 20th of April, you will have your chance. We also have a new moon solar eclipse taking place in Aries on the 20th of the month. Solar eclipses are new moons that are exponentially amplified in their power and potency. They are nothing to be afraid of. A solar eclipse new moon is all about seed planting, new beginnings, and new long-term commitments. And this is taking place in your 7th house of partnerships, long-term commitments, and closest one-on-one connections, both platonic and romantic and even business. And so this is a really good thing here. So no astrology drama, right? We're not doing that. No astrology drama whatsoever here. With the solar eclipse new moon, a lot of you are going to, between the end of April and the end of July, cement and crystallize a new long-term commitment. Some of you may be getting into a new relationship, putting a label on it. For those of you who are already in romantic partnerships, this is a time of tremendous elevation and evolution of the partnership. There could be a big move taking place during this time. You may be entering a whole new chapter of your love lives. And for those of you who are curious about the business side of things, a business partnership or business union, whether it's established already or something new coming in, is going to be hitting it quite big. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for April 2023. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a session with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it, and of course, engagement helps this channel out a lot. This month is all about smooth shifts and rearrangements. We've got a new moon solar eclipse to talk about, and of course we've also got Mercury retrograde to talk about, so we're just going to need to dive in. We start with the sun in Aries through April 20th. This is your 6th house of work, reputation, your schedule, anything relating to the services you offer, the people you serve, and the people you serve with. With the sun here focusing so much on your work and your reputation, you're going to find that the focus of attention, enhancement, support, and growth is bringing you new resources, upgrades, updates, and opportunities for advancement because the people around you are starting to lift you up. You may be finding that you are hoisted on the shoulders of VIP clients, powerful and influential teammates, work allies coming around you, and it's almost like a better business spell has been cast on you through the first 3 weeks of the month. You're going to be finding you're getting a lot more value for what you put out there, and what did not get the right attention or was not attracting the right people is now going to go through a correction and perfection. So, be prepared to love your time at work, be prepared to love your job, or even find a job that you will definitely love. We have, after the 20th, the sun moving on into Taurus, your 7th house of partnerships and closest one-on-one connections. This is your boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, roommate, all the people you have your closest one-on-one connections to. I'm going to be talking about this part of your chart a lot in this video, so I might not say that whole mouthful over and over and over again, but it's the seventh house of partnerships, unions, alliances, and closest one-on-one involvements. With the sun in this part of your chart for the duration of April, as well as going into the first 3 weeks of May, that attention, enhancement, support, and growth focus is going into all of your closest unions, as well as drawing you powerful allies and new commitment opportunities. Relationship opportunities are also going to be abound for those of you who are single or available to new people. You may be finding a lot of you are also becoming official during this time if you've already been seeing somebody. And for those of you who are in relationships or are married or are already in business partnerships, be prepared for those new resources, upgrades, updates, and opportunities for advancement to make them all the more productive, but also all the more comfortable financially and in all areas of material concerns. There's a lot more time for play and enjoyment and adventure for all of the Scorpio people in all corners of love. We've got Mercury in this part of your chart from the 3rd of April all the way up into May. Mercury's going to be here for a while because Mercury's going to retrograde here for a while as well. But with Mercury direct from the 3rd of April through the 21st of April, the focus of rapid developments, accelerated productivity, and quick turnarounds moving up plans, hopes, and aspirations to faster, more successful fruitions is on. And you may be finding that we are speeding up developments in all one-on-one connections. Business partnerships are speeding up the rate with which they are growing and accumulating wealth. Romantic partnerships are advancing. We might be moving things up as far as joint plans, merging together, coming closer, but also at the same time speeding up the completion of a lot of plans and projects that we have made with each other. This is also opening up opportunities for stronger intellectual rapports to get underway. And you may be finding, if you are looking for new love opportunities or new business opportunities, right, meeting people that have that strong intellectual connection with us is going to be all the more prevalent. After the 21st, we've got Mercury retrograde here through the 14th of May, with a focus on reviews, reversals, rearrangements, revisions, and potential restarts involving this area of your life. With Mercury retrograde in the 7th house, this is all about undoing things that maybe have been influencing a partnership or many of our partnerships, many of our alliances and connections that should not be influencing us from the past. These could be old financial decisions. These could be old social decisions. We're undoing things that we don't need to have going now. This is also a time for retrievals, especially when it comes to retrieving things that maybe matter a great deal to us, to our romantic partner, our business partner, our best friends. Reunions are also going to be strong during this time. Old business alliances, old best friends, or maybe even old partner opportunities for those of you who are single and available as well. And some of you may be taking romantic relationships back to the beginning, almost kind of doing a refresh kind of adventure during this period. We've got Venus here through the 11th of the month, bringing love, favors, popularity, affection, and gifts. And all of your closest one-on-one connections are going through a deepening of bonds and commitments, bringing new enrichment to your most treasured pursuits and connections here as well. And a lot of you are going to be experiencing not only the sweetness of Venus here, but also getting a chance to explore some pleasure moments that we've maybe not allowed ourselves to be treated with, or we've not allowed ourselves to treat ourselves with. After the 11th of the month, Venus moves on into Gemini, which is your 8th house of shared resources, passive income, intimacy, your self-employment earnings, the erotic, as well as any kind of resources that you may share with other people. Venus here is going to be letting everyone's hair down when it comes to love. Things become a bit wild, a little bit more explorative and uninhibited. And when it comes to money and it comes to wealth, you're going to be finding that income streams that you have outside of a salary or hourly income are going to be boosted quite heavily. So sales, commissions, tips, bonuses, incentive programs, self-employment earnings, or anything you've got from a household income or a home-based business operation, all of that lifted up in the back half of April and going on into the beginning of May. We've got Mars in Cancer all month long. This is your 9th house of higher education, government legal proceedings, travel, as well as culture, your reach, your territory, your spiritual path and practice, and your connections with people abroad. And with Mars in the 9th house all month long, Mars is bringing that focus of high energy, block busting, and an intense rousing of activity, eliminating obstacles, problem elements, and bringing competitive opportunities to you as well. In the 9th house, this can go all kinds of different ways. This is all about breaking you out of a confining space or confining arrangement in your life, whether these are old contracts, old agreements, old legal or relationship business. This could also indicate a big shift when it comes to maybe removing something that has been obscuring you, maybe helping you to be seen, helping you to be discovered, especially when it comes to any kind of social or professional affairs. Anything that's been blocking you from a travel opportunity or moves or transfers, really kind of getting you on the road, especially as we get towards the middle of the month. You might not literally be taking any big moves, and of course being careful with Mercury retrograde there, but making the plans, getting that opening for yourself and committing to it, to embark upon later on in the year is absolutely available during this time. And you may be finding a lot of your projects, a lot of things that you've been putting out there to be seen are finally getting a chance to compete for some big wins. We have a full moon in Libra on April 6th. This is your 12th house of your past, privacy, and hidden zone, anything relating to old or unfinished business and secrets. And a full moon is all about culminations, transitions, and endings. And a full moon in the 12th house is sometimes what I call the yearly breakdown, breakthrough full moon. We all get one, sometimes we get two, but you're getting one this year. And this is going to be purging something from your past that you've brought into the present that you needed to leave in the past. This is a time where luckily somebody out there is helping us to get rid of something that we might not be over, but we need to move on from, even if we're not over it, because it's for our own damn good. I'm saying this to myself as well because this is falling in my 12th house as well. We're all going to be going through it. Pay attention to what has overstayed its welcome in your life, in your psyche, or in your world, however it applies, because this full moon in Libra is helping it go, and it would do you well, whether you feel like you've had your closure or whatever, to let it go as well. Finally, we also have a new moon in Aries on April 20th. That happens to be a solar eclipse. And that's how you should really look at solar eclipses. They're just new moons that are exponentially amplified. And a new moon is all about seed planting, new beginnings, and long-term commitments. When we have a new moon solar eclipse in the 6th house of work, reputation, schedule, services we offer, the teams we offer, we work with, and the people we serve, all of that good stuff, we have an opportunity to hit it big. And that's what a lot of you Scorpio people are going to be doing between the end of April and the end of July, watching a considerable boost to your earning power, to your popularity when it comes to your field, your office, your work, as well as the products and the services that you offer to people. A solar eclipse here may actually put you in a situation where you claim a new job, a new role, a new service that is leaps and bounds much more profitable to you than what you're used to. You may be finding that something that you are offering to the world is becoming a lot more valuable or a bigger asset or starts trending in some way. And you may also find that bigger names, highly influential people are coming to ally themselves with you. And you want to make sure that you are ready to take full advantage of this because this is happening for you. Again, new beginnings and long-term commitments each. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for April 2023. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a session with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it, and of course engagement helps this channel out a lot. So what is going on with your April? This month's theme is all about smooth shifts and rearrangements. We've got a solar eclipse in Aries to talk about, and we've also got a Mercury retrograde. So let's start from the top. We've got the sun in Aries through the 20th of the month. This is your 5th house of romance, creativity, recreation, as well as parenthood and your relationships with your kids. And with the sun in the 5th house for the first 3 weeks of the month, there is a big focus of attention, enhancement, support, and growth here, bringing you new resources, upgrades, updates, and opportunities for advancement. In love and romance, you are going to be getting a chance to enjoy more play, whether it's with, bringing in new activities, new bonding activities with your partner, with your spouse, or maybe with somebody new, a potential significant other. Things are becoming a lot more light, a lot more relaxed. And this is also going to be bringing in more play and bonding activities with your kids, right? Helping these relationships to become tighter and stronger, and helping to also get to know each other at the core. These opportunities for advancement, upgrades, and updates are also going to be coming into your creative world, your recreational world, things that you want to get off the ground, things that you want to maybe build on, or if you have some kind of creative talent or special ability you would like to debut and share with the world, this is going to be a great month to get going on that. After the 20th, we've got the sun moving on into Taurus, which is your 6th house of work, your reputation, your schedule, the teams you work on, the services you offer, and the people that you serve. We're going to be talking about this part of your chart a lot this month, so I might not go through that mouthful every single time, so just keep that in mind. When I'm saying we're talking about Taurus, we're talking about that. For a lot of you Sagittarian people, the sun in Taurus is going to be transforming your work environments, your work teams, as well as your workload in ways where you are starting to see a lot more reward, a lot more profit, and a lot more acclaim and recognition for what you are bringing to your field. From the back half of April on through week 3 of May, you may also find that what you are putting out there is becoming a lot more popular, a lot more appreciated, and given special treatment. We have Mercury in this part of your chart as well from the 3rd of April on into May, honestly, because Mercury is going to be direct here for you for a few weeks, retrograde here for a few weeks, and then direct again. From the 3rd of April through the 21st of April, Mercury is direct, and we have rapid developments, accelerated productivity, and quick turnarounds, moving up plans, hopes, aspirations, to the point where they are coming to faster, more successful fruitions. There is a speed up with how much wealth you are accumulating through your work, through your projects this month. You're also going to find that any kind of opportunities to transfer or maybe adjust an arrangement or a commitment or an agreement you have with a work contract, benefits package, schedule, your whole work life is coming up for you to custom design to be the perfect match, the perfect fit for your needs and for your own liquidity. This is also a time where rapid developments and accelerated productivity may have you climbing the ladder a lot faster, maybe not necessarily getting an official promotion, in terms of title just yet, but certainly helping you to accumulate more wealth and also take on more challenging responsibilities and earning a lot more acclaim and recognition in that respect. After the 21st of the month through the 14th of May, Mercury is retrograde here, and this is all about reviews, reversals, rearrangements, revisions, and potential restarts in this area of your life. In the 6th house of work and your reputation, you're getting a chance to change what you're known for, change what people expect from you, who you're working with, and who you're serving. This is a time for a big overhaul when it comes to your career and anything that you would like to change as far as a professional path is concerned. This is also going to be a time where old opportunities, old transfers, old projects, and old money will be coming back on the table for you. However, because rearrangements and revisions are a part of this, certain existing plans or paths or linear agendas that you may have been a part of or may have set for yourself are going to be getting rearranged and revised. And sometimes you got to be careful with Mercury retrograde because not everybody out there knows how to handle astrological energy with dignity. And there could be some headaches that come up with work and people that you have to deal with, right? It's like Sartre said, hell can be other people. We have Venus in Taurus through the 11th of the month. This is going to be bringing the planet of love, favors, popularity, affection, and gifts to bless your work sector, your teams, and your overall productivity, deepening bonds and commitments, especially when it comes to work allies or streams of income suddenly becoming a lot more generous with you. And you're also going to find a lot of new enrichment to your most treasured pursuits and connections as it relates to your work, your career, and the people that you serve. And you're going to also find that you are attracting better business to yourself. Clients, opportunities, projects, and works that really do fit with you on a social compatibility level and also give you the value and the rewards that you earn and deserve. It's going to be fun to go to work this month. After the 11th, Venus moves on into Gemini, your 7th house of partnerships. This is your closest one-on-one connections area, right? Your boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, roommate, all the people you have your closest one-on-one involvements with. And with Venus in the 7th house from the back half of April well into May, you've got the planet of love, favors, popularity, and affection, bringing in a great deal of new sweetness and creature comforts into all of your closest one-on-one connections. A lot of you are going to be getting a lot more serious in love if you have been maybe seeing people casually or you are single or available to new people. You know, the strong, committed, significant other potentials are going to be drawn closer to you. And for those of you who are coupled, this is going to be a time where that new enrichment to your most treasured pursuits and connections is going to be transforming the environment, the landscape, the very atmosphere that you operate your relationships, your marriages, and your families in to be something that is a lot more fantasy fulfilling. We have Mars in Cancer all month long, and this is your 8th house of shared resources, passive income, intimacy, the erotic, as well as your self-employment earnings, anything that you might share as far as financial or material interests with other people, or your any home-based business operations as well. With Mars in the 8th house, this is a great time because it's all about high energy, blockbusting, and an intense rousing of activity that is coming to eliminate obstacles, problem elements, and bring competitive opportunities for growth. And you may be finding that you are purging a lot of old financial obligations, clearing financial issues or wounds from the past, including debts. You're also going to find that Mars is knocking down walls to intimacy. Things are going into a touch of the carnal. We're going wild in love, wild in the bedroom. However, I do want to mention that with Mars in the 8th house, there can also sometimes be the temptation when it comes to investing or borrowing aggressively that you want to keep under control, right? You are responsible for your own self-control. A lot of you who may be thinking about, making some changes when it comes to credit or, again, investments, loans, mortgages, or whatever you might be doing with your own personal business, Be careful not to just grab the highest ticket. Be careful not to over leverage anything during this time. Mars can make us too aggressive or take too aggressive a step, and we may have to clean it up later. So be mindful, take full advantage of the goods that are coming to you during this time, because Mars is bringing you a great deal of money. We saw a great deal of money with everything going on in your work sector as well. Just don't push it too far. We have a full moon in Libra on April 6th. This is your 11th house of friendships and social networking, your platonic support system, the guys, the girls, as well as your loftiest goals and ambitions. And a full moon in the 11th house is all about culminations, transitions, and endings. And there may be something that comes up this month where a lot of you Sagittarius people end up doing some social pruning between the 6th of April and the 20th of April. This could be a falling out with a friend. This could be letting somebody go. This could be walking away from a social group. I do want to caveat this with mentioning that most of the time with the full moon in the 11th house, it's never a surprise who goes or who we let go. A lot of the times we walk into the month and, he's already hanging by a thread because he's already made so many mistakes or blunders or, too many messes, and we don't care anymore. Or she's already proven herself untrustworthy, or she's already backstabbed us once before, or whatever. So, whatever's going here has already been thin ice, but there will be some clearing work going on. Lastly, we've got our new moon solar eclipse in Aries to discuss, which takes place on April 20th, but its effect window lasts all the way up until the very end of July. A solar eclipse is that. It's just a new moon that is exponentially amplified, and I've been saying it to everybody, there's nothing to be afraid of with solar eclipses. No astrology drama on my channel. If you're coming for that kind of thing, if you feed on the drama energy, you're going to unsubscribe eventually anyway, so you might as well do it now. No, a solar eclipse new moon is nothing to be afraid of. A solar eclipse in your 5th house of romance, creativity, recreation, parenthood, your relationships with your kids is all about seed planting, new beginnings, and new long-term commitments getting underway. This is a huge launch for all of you, especially for those of you that are looking to maybe monetize or, again, debut a big talent or maybe a new business or something that you are looking to commit yourself to for a very long time that is going to be adding a whole new corner of enrichment into your world creatively, artistically, professionally. This is also a time where a lot of you who are single or are available to new people, whether you've been seeing somebody or not, are going to be finding that there is a new relationship opportunity getting cemented during this 90-day window. For those of you who are in an official relationship or those of you who are married, this is going to be a time where you are jumping up and expanding on this relationship with your partner. It may be time to consider finally moving in together, merging assets. Some of you may be deciding to expand on your family, have kids together, all of that good stuff. And this is all about setting something up to be that new long-term commitment or a new iteration of a pre-existing long-term commitment. And again, it's a strong 90-day window period that starts on the 20th. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for April 2023. Just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a session with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And of course, engagement helps this channel out a lot. So what is going on when it comes to April? Well, the big theme of April is all about smooth shifts and rearrangements for everybody. We've got a solar eclipse in Aries to talk about, and of course we've also got our Mercury retrograde to talk about. But let's start from the top. We have the sun in Aries through the 20th of the month. This is your fourth house of home and family, home economy, your roots, the domicile, living situation, all of that good stuff. And with the sun bringing attention, enhancement, support, and growth here, you're going to be finding that your home world, your home life is going through a massive renovation, bringing you new resources, upgrades, updates, and opportunities for advancement here. A lot of you are going to find that the sun is going to work on clearing away a lot of shadows and a lot of impediments to having the home economy or the home sanctuary or the family life that you want to have. And this is also a time where there is a great deal of restoration and recovery going on, especially when it comes to economic matters, but also forging stronger bonds with people that you are considered family with, whether they are blood kin, or relatives through marriage, or people that you consider part of your chosen family. The sun in the fourth house is also going to be bringing a considerable boost to your home economy, not just through your income, but all involved. After the 20th of the month, the sun moves on into Taurus, your fifth house of romance, creativity, recreation, as well as parenthood, your relationships with your kids. And we're going to be talking about Taurus a lot because a lot of planets are moving on in there, so I might not say that whole mouthful every single time, but for the most part, this is where the action is. With the sun in this fifth house, you're going to be finding that those updates, upgrades, and opportunities for advancement are helping to propel some kind of creative or, maybe artistic aspiration that you have and allow you to finally get down to work, get down to business on committing to it. Now, this could come in the form of new resources, better funding, better connections, but all in all, it's opening up a whole world for you. This is also a time where things become very, very sweet in the realm of love and romance because the sun in the fifth house is all about bringing in more play, more recreation, and again, more bonding opportunities, a lot more levity and wholesome simplicity. And you're going to find that this treatment is also being given to your relationships with your kids. And that's going to be a big theme of the back half of April, going on into the first 3 weeks or so of May. We've got Mercury in this part of your chart from the 3rd of April well into May because Mercury is going to be direct here and then retrograde here and then direct here again. And from the 3rd of this month through the 21st of this month, Mercury is direct, going strong, bringing rapid developments, accelerated productivity, and quick turnarounds, moving up plans, hopes, and aspirations to faster and more successful fruitions. This is going to be speeding up developments in a lot of social relationships that you have going on here, speeding up developments in love relationships, both new ones and established, as well as bringing in a deeper intellectual rapport with romantic partners. This is also going to be a time where speeding up developments with creative and artistic pursuits is going to be kind of catching you off guard, catching you by surprise, but in a very, very pleasant way, right? Things kind of just hit the ground running during this time. And you're also going to find that Mercury here is also enabling you to create a stronger intellectual rapport and deeper friendship with your children. When Mercury turns direct on the 21st, where Mercury will be turns direct. When Mercury turns retrograde, on the 21st, he will be retrograde in this part of your chart all the way up through the 14th of May. So Mercury retrograde is all about reviews, reversals, rearrangements, and revisions. And you may notice that there's an opportunity for a lot of restarts in this area of your life. Restarts can be very, very beneficial, right? Maybe we want to start something over in a relationship. We want to start something over in a creative pursuit or artistic pursuit. We want to start something over as it relates to a personal business enterprise. What is happening here with Mercury retrograde is you're getting a chance to go back and re-explore things that maybe you have not had the time or the energy or the space to re-explore. Rearrangements and revisions can sometimes be frustrating, especially when it comes to creative projects and, pursuits like that. So be prepared, and sometimes it can, get frustrating with kids and partners too. We all want to be able to handle astrological influences with dignity, right? So just make sure that you do, because this is going to be a really good time for you, even with Mercury retrograde. We have Venus in this part of your chart as well through the 11th of the month, the planet of love, favors, popularity, affection, gifts, all of that good stuff is giving you a bit of a honeymoon experience when it comes to love and romance. And even if you are in a committed relationship right now or you're married, this is going to be a time where you get to go through another honeymoon phase with your sweetheart. Venus is turning you single and available, Capricorn people, into love magnets, and you're going to be finding a whole lot of new enrichment coming to your most treasured pursuits and connections. After the 11th of the month, Venus moves on into Gemini, your sixth house of work, your reputation, your schedule, and anything relating to the populations that you serve with, and the services that you offer. Venus in the sixth house is all about getting more bang for your buck, and you may be finding that you are starting to become a bit of a money magnet mid-month and all the way on through early May, because Venus in your sixth house is also popularizing what you do, what you put out there. This could be your position, this could be your function, this could be your role, this could be a project that you're working in, but all of a sudden it is becoming a lot more valuable in the office, in your market, in your business. It does not matter. We also have Venus here attracting a lot of support and people to lift you up during this time, and people are a lot more generous with you as well, financially and professionally. We've got Mars in Cancer all month long. This is your seventh house of partnerships and closest one-on-one connections. This is your boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, roommate, all the people you spend your time with the most, as well as the people you have your closest one-on-one involvements with. Mars in the seventh house is all about eliminating obstacles and chronic problems. Solutions, not just treatments. And we see high energy, block busting, and an intense rousing of activity, eliminating obstacles, problem elements, and bringing competitive opportunities for growth. Business partnerships are going to be a lot more industrious and also start to, break a lot of molds in a very cool way. Romantic partnerships are also going to be going through a big elevation during this time because a lot of blocks to intimacy, or maybe even, bad influences or interference in our closest one-on-one connections are coming up to be eliminated. And this is also going to bring you closer to even people you consider BFFs. Just keep in mind with Mars in the seventh house, this can also be a time where we have to be ready to face conflicts that we have avoided facing, and also temper ourselves not to get too reactive, right? Dignity. After going through all of the planets there, it's time to talk about our lunations, right? We've got our full moon and our new moon solar eclipse to talk about. So we've got a full moon in Libra on April 6th. This is your 10th house of career, upward mobility, your status, stations, promotions, as well as raises. And you've already been getting a lot of promises of raises throughout the course of this month, especially with Venus in your 6th house there. But a full moon bringing culminations, transitions, and endings to your 10th house of career is opening up a 2-week window period between the 6th and the 20th for a major jump, a major graduation as it relates to your job. Now, for a lot of you, this could spell promotion, right? Or a big transfer, a big move in that respect. Some of you may be finding this is happening internally with your current employment situation, and some of you may find that this is happening externally. But the cool thing about a full moon in the 10th house is that everyone is getting a chance to make a big jump. Finally, we also have our new moon solar eclipse in Aries taking place on the 20th of the month. Remember, a solar eclipse is just that, a new moon, all about seed planting, new beginnings, and long-term commitments. There is nothing to be afraid of when it comes to solar eclipses. So, again, no astrology, drama, or hysterics here. If you're into that and you feed on energy from that, you're going to unsubscribe from me after a few weeks anyway. Might as well do it now. No, solar eclipses are not scary. A solar eclipse new moon in the 4th house is all about a big move for your home, for your family, into a new sense of paradise, which will be taking place between the 20th of April and the back end of July. For a lot of you, this could be happening a lot sooner, especially as we go into the back of May, or maybe even just right away. But what happens here is that you are getting a chance to have your home be your castle. A new moon solar eclipse in the fourth house can also be a great time for an extension of the family to happen. Some of you may be adopting pets, having kids, a new home-based business operation, or a new income stream to your home may also be manifest during this time. A partner may be getting a new profitable job. Everything seems to be moving you on to better places, especially as we go into mid-year. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for April 2023. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a session with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it, and of course, engagement helps this channel out a lot. So what's going on when it comes to your April? April is all about smooth shifts and rearrangements. We've got a solar eclipse to talk about, and we've also got a Mercury retrograde to talk about. But let's start from the top. At the start of the month, we've got the sun in Aries, which is your third house of communications, pacts, promises, commitments, and your peer group. And through the 20th of the month, the sun is bringing special attention, enhancement, support, and growth opportunities here for you, because there are all kinds of helpful third parties stepping forward to give positive interference and assistance to you in all corners of your world. This means new resources, upgrades, updates, and opportunities for advancement, but you got to be willing to welcome more people on deck for this. These could be people showing up with hookups. These could be people showing up with handoffs. These could be people offering to run interference for you wherever you need it to happen. Make sure you are available to let yourself assemble a team or have a team assembled around you. After the 20th, the sun moves on into Taurus, which is your fourth house of home and family, the domicile, your home economy, your roots, and your living situation. And with the sun bringing that attention, enhancement, support, and growth here, you're going to be finding that a lot of relationships that you have with family members or people you consider to be chosen family are going through a bit of a treatment. The sun is all about clearing away shadows, right? Purifying everything, and also eliminating any kind of old challenges that may have followed us as a family or as a household from the past. And it's bringing in a new lightness, a new levity, strengthening bonds, as well as bringing in more peace and harmony and enjoyment to our home. We have Mercury in this part of your chart as well on the 3rd, and Mercury is going to be in your 4th house for quite some time, all the way up well into May. Mercury is direct here from the 3rd through the 21st of April, bringing rapid developments, accelerated productivity, and quick turnarounds, moving up plans and hopes and aspirations to faster, more successful fruitions. This is speeding up the rate with which your whole household is accumulating wealth. You may be finding things are becoming a lot more comfortable, a lot more cushy, financially. And you're also going to be finding that with Mercury in the 4th house, any kind of big plans that you have for your home, whether it's home renovation projects or something that you're working on with family members, a home-based business operation, is all getting a huge boost. Some of you may also find that plans that you had for your home, your living situation, or your family that you may be pushed out for later in the year have an opportunity to be moved up. As of the 21st of April, going all the way up through May 14th, Mercury is retrograde here. And Mercury retrograde in the 4th house is all about reviews, reversals, rearrangements, revisions, and potential restarts to anything going on in this part of your world. So with Mercury retrograde in the 4th house, there may be a very sweet and very nostalgic period for you. You might be getting a chance to get back in touch with your childhood, with, things from the past that really inspired you, that really brought you a sense of security, including reunions with family members and old friends from your past. This is also a time, however, where rearrangements and revisions could also occur with existing household, family, or business plans that could still work out very well in your favor in a very, very good way, but people who might not necessarily be able to adjust to change very well or adapt to different patterns or maybe just not handle astrological energies with a lot of dignity could be difficult to deal with. Mercury retrograde here is also going to be returning old or lost opportunities for you, your home, your family, or important relationships you have with people from your past back on the table. So be ready. It's going to be an interesting walk for you. We have Venus in this part of your life as well through the 11th of the month. And this is going to be a time where the planet of love, favors, affection, and popularity is going hard at work on not only bringing in more creature comforts and luxuries into your home life or boosting your home economy, which it will also do, but Venus is also giving you a chance to plant new roots. Now, for a lot of you, this could be a time, especially in love and romance, where you and a partner or you and a spouse decide that you want to transform what you consider to be your kingdom. A lot of you who might not be living with a partner yet may decide it's time to get ready to merge. And a lot of you are also going to find that your living situation, the atmosphere and the environment around it is going through a big transition as well to put you into a space where you really do feel at home in the world. Venus is also going to be bringing interesting love opportunities to single Aquarian people, available Aquarian people. You might be finding that you are meeting somebody through a family member or through an old friend or somebody from your past, or maybe even somebody moving into the neighborhood or through one of the neighbors. After the 11th of the month, Venus moves on into Gemini, that fifth house of romance, creativity, recreation, as well as your relationships with your kids. And Venus in the fifth house is all about getting a chance to experience a honeymoon phase. Now, for those of you who are married or are coupled, you're absolutely going to get a chance to have a new honeymoon experience or another honeymoon experience with your sweetheart. Love, favors, popularity, affection, and gifts. You know, this is a whole new kind of enrichment to your most treasured pursuits and connections that you get to share together. And we're also going to be exploring a lot of new love languages together. Venus in the fifth house is going to bring that honeymoon experience for single and available Aquarians as well, of course, because new love stories are getting started during this time. And Venus is not just here for April, it's also into the beginnings of May as well. We have Mars in Cancer all month long. This is your sixth house of work, your reputation, your schedule, anything relating to the teams that you're on, the people that you serve with, and what you're serving up. And Mars is going to be having a lot of you Aquarian people working lots of overtime this month, but you are also going to be rolling in it financially because Mars is all about massive profits, but through heavy labor. And so, you know, you're going to have to find a way to make a work-life balance happen, but, you know, enjoy, of course, the rewards that you're getting for it all. High energy, blockbusting, and an intense rousing of activity here is eliminating obstacles, problem elements, and bringing competitive opportunities for growth to you and your job, your business, your position, your division, whatever it is. However, keep in mind, with Mars in the sixth house, there can often be some scuffles every once in a while, especially when it comes to coworkers or even difficult clients and rivalries, maybe even employees if you have employees, and you may need to crack the whip every once in a while or even bring the hammer down. When it comes to our lunations of the month, right, we're finishing up with our lunations as we always do. We've got a full moon in Libra on April 6th. This is your ninth house of higher education, government legal proceedings, travel, culture, your reach, your territory, and your spiritual path and practice. And a full moon is all about culminations, transitions, and endings. And between the 6th of April and the 20th of April, a lot of you Aquarian people are going to be enjoying a big release in terms of being able to finally make some kind of major move or transition that had been boxed in or blocked in. A full moon in our ninth house is about getting us out of our bubble, getting us out of our box. And you may be finding that this is the end of some kind of old contract or agreement or something that you had to live under or abide by. Some of you may find that this is opening up for travel, especially as we get to the back half of the year, September, October. And some of you may also find that this is going to help you propagate something that you've been looking to generate awareness around. Finally, we also have our solar eclipse to talk about on April 20th in Aries, in that third house of communications, pacts, promises, commitments, and your peer group. Now, a solar eclipse is just a new moon that's exponentially amplified. There's really nothing to be scared of here, right? No astrology drama on my channel. If you live for it, you feed on it, you're going to unsubscribe from me, in a few weeks anyway, because you're not going to like me do it now. But for the rest of you, a solar eclipse new moon is still all about seed planting, new beginnings, and long-term commitments. And over the course of this next, 3 months or so, from the back half of April through the back half of July, a lot of you are going to find that this new beginning for you is going to be putting you into a whole new, highly capable, highly productive crowd. Now, this could be for business, this could be for your social life, but what's happening here is that you're also getting several launches at the same time due to helpful associates, helpful third parties, and a dream team assembling around you. Whether this is for work or for pleasure or for home or for family or for fame or for fortune, you want to make sure that you are ready to get on the move. Some of you may be taking advantage of this to also see the world, get out and about and travel. This is also going to be allowing you to create some very powerful collaborations in order to put yourself out there, publish, or even create a new name for yourself and bring that to a state of fame and fortune too. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for April 2023. Quick reminder, if you ever want to get a session with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it, and of course, engagement helps this channel out a lot. This month is all about smooth shifts and rearrangements. We've got a Mercury retrograde to talk about, and we've got a solar eclipse to talk about, but we're going to start from the top. We've got the sun in Aries through April 20th. This is your second house of earned income, employment, your values, and your valuables. And the sun is all about bringing attention, enhancement, support, and growth here. And you're going to find that throughout the course of this month, you are getting a chance to, well, give yourself a bit of a raise, receive a bit of a raise, because you're getting a lot more value for what you're putting out there, or even segueing into a work lane or onto a work path that is generating a great deal more liquidity. This is all about new resources, upgrades, updates, and opportunities for advancement in all areas of work and finance for you. After the 20th, the sun moves on into Taurus, which is your third house of communications, pacts, promises, commitments, your peer group, and helpful third parties. We're going to be talking about this a lot. Taurus is a very active sign throughout the course of this month. I might not say that whole mouthful again every single time, so just keep that in mind. But the sun here is all about bringing in the best of the best when it comes to helpful third parties, collaborators, allies, and any kind of opportunities for you to make some big scores through said collaborations and through said connections. With the sun in the third house, you may be also finding that you are getting a chance to see a dream project or a dream that you have been trying to work on for some time finally come true with the help of new friends and friends you already know. So be ready to be welcoming and to include the help where and when it comes. We have Mercury in this part of your chart from the 3rd of April well into May. Mercury is going to be direct here, and then retrograde, and then direct again. From the 3rd of April through the 21st of April, Mercury is direct, talking about rapid developments, accelerated productivity, and quick turnarounds in this third house, moving up plans, hopes, aspirations, and all kinds of good stuff like that to faster, more successful fruitions. This is a time where a lot of you are going to be concluding and wrapping up a lot of commitments, a lot of contracts and covenants that you may have been living with or living under for some time, right? We are wrapping everything up and also speeding up developments in collaborations and in professional pursuits that have been waiting on the back burner to have their day. This is also a time with Mercury in the third house where you may be finding that allies and collaborators are also speeding up your growth in your professional life and in your personal pursuits. We also see this as a time where you're getting popularized, especially when it comes to maybe something that you'd like to be known for. After the 21st of the month, Mercury is retrograde here through the 14th of May. And with Mercury retrograde in the third house, it's a time of reviews, reversals, rearrangements, and revisions, and even potential restarts to projects or pursuits in this area of your life, including collaborations and publishing opportunities and things like that. With Mercury retrograde in the third house, a lot of you are going to find that you're getting a chance to get yourself out of a lot of contracts, agreements, and covenants that you may have made once upon a time, renegotiating them to be more fair for yourself or just escaping altogether. You're also getting a chance to even reverse or undo things that you may have committed to or you have done in the past that you wish you could reverse or undo or take back. And that can apply to all different areas of your life at once. There's also the potential for restarts, especially when it comes to things that were truly fulfilling for you and things that could really do a great deal of good for yourself or maybe even for the name you want to make for yourself as well as your closest friendships and business goals. We have Venus in this part of your chart through the 11th of the month. Venus being the planet of love, favors, popularity, affection, and gifts. And so when we have Venus in the third house, people are showing up with the hookup. It's a time to get match made. And this is matchmaking in love, and this is matchmaking in business and creative pursuits as well. You may be finding that helpful third parties are stepping forward at this time to help you attain something that you've been looking for all by yourself. Those of you who are single or are available may be finding that you are getting connected to love through a collaborator or through your peer group, or somebody may be offering to matchmake you, and you might want to be open-minded about that. For those of you who are coupled or are married, you may be finding a helpful third party is helping to speed along a transition that y'all are trying to make in your relationship. For those of you who are curious more about the business side of things, Venus could be recruiting you, helping you get headhunted, or helping you make some kind of powerful pivot when it comes to maybe making money faster, as well as climbing the professional ladder a whole lot faster. After the 11th, Venus moves on into Gemini, your fourth house of home and family, the domicile, your home economy, and your roots. And with Venus in the fourth house, this is a time where you are getting a chance to watch a shift in your home economy, but also see your surroundings and your very atmosphere and environment change. A lot of you may be getting on the move within the next month or two. A lot of you may also find that your home is finally, getting transitioned, or you are transitioning home into a place that feels more like true sanctuary, true home in the world, true paradise. This is also a time where there is a great deal of healing going on in tense family situations or in-law situations, even if all we can do is quiet them down. And you may also find that with Venus in the fourth house, that you are also getting to close a distance between you and something that you deeply love and treasure. And so enjoy it. Okay, this is going to be something that's going to produce a lot of big payoffs for you. We have Mars in Cancer all month long, This is your fifth house of romance, creativity, recreation, and your relationships with your kids. And with Mars in the fifth house, this is all about the elimination of barriers to true intimacy while also getting a chance to create the strong friendship aspect in love and romance, as well as stronger friendships with our kids and creative collaborators. Remember, the relationships that last the longest and that are the most fulfilling are the ones where we are truly good friends, right? We are with our best friend. And all relationships are getting a chance to go through the treatment to be able to have that, or to get back to that, or to learn how to do that, whether it's relationships with your kids, collaborators, or again, even romantic partners. Mars, however, is also going to be bringing in a lot of high energy and a blockbusting focus, right? An intense rousing of activity to eliminate obstacles, problems, and, issues that may have lingered from the past, or things that maybe even we've tried to live with that we shouldn't have to live with. And so some constructive conflicts may be occurring in this part of your life as well. Finally, we've got our lunations to talk about. We've got a full moon in Libra occurring on April 6th, and this is happening in your 8th house of shared resources, passive income, as well as intimacy, your self-employment earnings, and even interests or material concerns you share with other people, whether they're romantic partners or business partners. And a full moon in the 8th house is all about culminations, transitions, and endings. And a lot of you may be finding that you are going to be able to eliminate some kind of chronic struggle or chronic block or chronic burden financially, or maybe to your credit, or something concerning a debt. It's all going to get started in the 2-week window period between the 6th and the 20th of the month. Some of you may be liquidating a big investment, or you may be making some kind of big transaction that is putting a lot more money back in your pocket in another way. This is also a time where things get quite hot for you Piscean people, as a full moon in the 8th house tends to make things very erotic. And I don't want to get too smutty in my talks, but with a full moon in the 8th house, a lot of you are going to be indulging in some serious fantasy fulfillment between the 6th of April and the 20th of April. Finally, we also have our solar eclipse in Aries occurring on the 20th, and this is just a new moon that is exponentially amplified. And I want people to remember that, because, I'm not about astrology drama here. If you're coming for astrology drama and you get energy out of it, you're going to unsubscribe from me in a few weeks anyway, because you're going to realize I'm not about it, so you can do that now. But a solar eclipse new moon is nothing to be scared of. In fact, it's all about seed planting, new beginnings, and new long-term commitments. And this is happening in your 2nd house of earned income, employment, your values, and your valuables. And a lot of you Piscean people are going to get a chance to strike it quite rich as we go through April, May, June, and July, because it's a solar eclipse. This is going to take us right up to the end of July in terms of the growth opportunities that are going to be showered upon you. A lot of you may be changing jobs. A lot of you may be making some kind of important move to end up in a very lucrative work arrangement or lucrative work situation, whether it's going externally, like a move in that respect, or something within your current situation. A lot of you are also going to find that you are scoring some kind of opportunity to skip ahead a few steps when it comes to raising the roof in terms of your earning power and, of course, your professional mobility. So again, nothing to be scared of with this new moon. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.